Hi, Veronica, and thank you for that specific question about Judy from Zootopia. And I know you're not the first student that has looked at an Aristophonic comic character hero and gone, what? How do I find my way through all this stuff? So first of all, let's take Judy and let's look at the handouts that we have for this real quick. First, real quickly, let's go to this handout on the exact type of archetype hero she is. Okay, so let's scroll down here. She's not a mother figure. She's not a mythology. She's not the innocent youth. She is, I think, now you can pick any of these that you like. I'm just telling you what I would do, and that does not make me necessarily right, but let me find the one I think it would be. Okay, so I think that she is the hero. Again, you can scroll through here and pick any of these that you think fit. Here, she is a character who predominantly exhibits goodness and struggles against evil in order to restore harmony and justice to society. Okay, that's what it seems to me that she's doing. So now we know that she's a hero. She's not a scapegoat. She's not a antagonist. All right, so now let's go over to the other handout, which is where you located the Aristophonic comic hero. And you looked at these characteristics, and you see some of the characteristics in her. So what I did is I went over to Google. Now remember, all I want from this search is additional information and more focused information about an Aristophonic comic hero. So I come down. This is from Cornell College. It's not from Wikipedia. So this looks like it's good. So let me show you what happened when I opened this article. I know you look at this and you go, holy goodness. What am I supposed to? I'm not going to read this whole article. No, you're not going to read the whole article. We are only looking for a definition, a more focused definition to see if this fits for our hero. And this article goes on to discuss the general template of all Aristophanes' main characters, the comic hero. He defines a comic hero as possessing great individualism, a good deal of poneros, which means wickedness, and a striking balance into being a mixture of an ironical buffoon who makes fun of himself for his own amusement and an imposter who disguises his true identity or feelings. Now, this disguising his own true identity or feelings, that would be somebody like Cyrano de Bergerac. Do you know that story? Cyrano de Bergerac considered himself to be an ugly man. And so he is friends with a young man who's just quite gorgeous. And the young man is in love with a girl. And Cyrano de Bergerac says, but the cute young man doesn't know how to speak. He doesn't know what to say to her. He's just bumbling. So Cyrano de Bergerac says, okay, well, you meet with her and I'll whisper in your ear and I'll tell you what to say. And then you say it to the girl and then she'll think you're cool. So what's he doing there? What's Cyrano doing there? He's disguising his true identity and feelings. Now, we have to see if this particular thing, now we scratch our head and we go, does that really apply to Judy? We're going to go ahead and cite this in our works cited in EasyBib because we looked at it. So we're just going to want to make sure that we copy this and paste it into EasyBib because we considered this. Now, if this doesn't really fit for Judy, let's go back to the list. Now, I'm going to give you an idea, and you don't need to take it or whatever you need to do. I'm just giving you one of the things that I see in that particular character. That doesn't make me necessarily right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. There's just something that you can, your opinion that you prove with facts. Okay, an existential hero is somebody who is going to be different at the end of the story. So they begin in the story as perhaps young and naive and lost in their way, or they don't know which way they're actually going to go in life or something like that. And then they go through these steps to seek out what is their place in the world. And these are the characteristics. It's such a huge category that not all existential heroes are like sitting there with a life and death situation. Sometimes it's, how am I going to be a better person? How am I going to fit into this world? And so this is something to consider, and that is a much easier hero option to research. But again, you see what you can see. I'm just showing you that's how you would get a deeper look into what these character types are. And the Aristophonic comic hero generally has a little bit of a wicked side. You know, they're doing the same things, and I see why you would go that way. I see why you would head in that direction. But just keep that in mind, move forward, and thanks again for that specific question.